Welcome to my comprehensive HTML course for absolute beginners. This course has 10 lessons that will take you from zero to HTML expert. We will focus entirely on HTML and not include any other languages for this course. By the end, you should be able to create a basic web page using entirely HTML code. Before we start, I would really love it if you guys could like this video, subscribe, and click the bell icon to receive notifications of my future videos. This genuinely supports me and fuels the growth of Coding Fundamentals, which will allow me to keep producing great and free educational content for all you guys. So, the basic structure of this course. We will first understand what HTML is, and then we will tackle all the main elements of the language while also giving you enough practice to develop confidence coding HTML. At the end of this course, we will finally code a more complex HTML page using all the techniques we have learned in order to really solidify your skills. Now, having said that, let's jump into your very first lesson. So the learning objectives for lesson number 1 is 1. Learn some basic facts about HTML, and 2. Understand what HTML is actually used for. To tackle learning objective number 1, learning some basic facts about HTML, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So it's a markup language and not a programming language like Python or JavaScript. Markup languages are easier to read, are more descriptive, and are interpreted directly by the browser. Programming languages, on the other hand, have extra functions, use complex variables, and produce different outputs. This is the main difference between the two kinds of languages, without going into too much detail for our purposes. So HTML is actually a great place to start, as it is easier than a programming language, but it will still give you great fundamentals into coding. And now to tackle learning objective number 2, understanding what HTML is used for. So HTML is the standard markup language used to create all web pages. So every single website you have ever landed on uses HTML code for its design. HTML is truly the building block of internet web pages, and it is an essential for web design. You can really think of HTML as a skeleton of web pages, as it is what gives structure to any website. So HTML tells browsers like Google Chrome or Safari how to display the content on web pages, i.e. in headings, in paragraphs, or as links, etc. The browser does not display the HTML code, but only the content we, the coders, decide to show. In this course, we will be coding HTML and creating our own basic web page. There have been several versions of HTML, but we will be using HTML5 for this tutorial, as this is the standard version most used. And that's actually it for lesson number 1, and this lesson was a basic introduction into HTML. We have already learned some basic facts about HTML, and we have learned what HTML is used for. And from lesson number 2, we will actually start coding and start creating our very own web page. So I'm very curious, why did you decide to start learning HTML? Definitely put your answers down in the comments below. I'd love to read them. And if you enjoyed lesson number 1, please remember to like this video, subscribe, and click the bell icon to be notified of new videos from this channel. You will have my eternal gratitude if you do so, and I hope to see you in lesson number 2.